Thank you for watching episode 3 of Fort McMurray 1000. In this episode, we explore Fort McMurray's obsession with our pets. In Fort McMurray, we love our families, and our families include our pets. Whether it's a dog or a cat or a bird or any other type of friend, pets are an important part of our community. Pets contribute to our quality of life, and our community welcomes pets as a huge part of the lives of our residents. If you are coming to Fort McMurray, we encourage you to bring your whole family, including the furry, feathered, and scaly ones. Crystal Blackmore knows how important pets are to our families.
Our son has ADHD, and we've been looking for something to channel his energy to. The dog kind of picked him. We went with him, and there was a whole litter of dogs, and she kind of sat beside our son and stared up at him, so we knew that she was the one for him. She kind of picked us. We didn't really pick her. She loves playing fetch with a stick. She also likes just being in the backyard chewing on marrow. She likes going to the dog park. We have lots of doggy friends, and sleeping. She's pretty lazy. Born and raised here. Lived in Thickwood my whole life. My grandparents, my parents, aunts and uncles. It's been a great place to grow up. A lot of growth since, but it was an amazing place to be.
Dawn Saunders' family includes a few furry friends.
So we've been in Fort McMurray for 20 years. We moved here in December of 2001. We moved here because my husband got a job with Finning, and we've been here ever since. There's now 3 generations of our family living here in Fort McMurray. We've got 2 labs, the chocolate lab, Bo, he's 4 years old. We have a yellow lab, Abby, she is 13 and a half. And we have 2 cats, Oliver, who is a ragdoll cross, he is 16, and Molly is a little tabby, she is 15 years old. And this is Maya. This is Cadence's puppy. She's actually a replica cuddle clone of an actual dog named Maya that Amanda owned.
I had Maya, I got her in 2007. We ended up losing her in 2012, I believe, 13, somewhere in there. She was rescued from the SPCA. I got her at 1.5 years old. She was a very challenging dog, but the sweetest dog ever. She ended up having to cross the Rainbow Bridge when she was about 8 years old. This cuddle clone is actually a gift from my family after her passing, and now my daughter plays with it on a daily basis, which is really nice.
So we usually go down to the Waterways Dog Park, but unfortunately the Waterways one now is under construction and they're building a new one. So, but that's what we usually do with them. Otherwise we sit in our backyard and play ball with them, and we take them for walks and that kind of stuff.
Beth Volk has a more unusual pet, but he's still an important part of their family.
Is Hemi. He's a 1-year-old Herman's tortoise. We've had him for a few months now, and he's a super fun pet. He just eats and sleeps and crawls around and just real easygoing. My son has really bad allergies to anything that has fur. So we did some research and we decided we'd get a reptile, and the tortoise seemed the easiest thing to get because there's no water. He just eats some lettuce. They sleep most of the time, but he's somewhat interactive and just like a really low maintenance pet. He has an Instagram account. It's Hemi_tortoise. We post lots of funny pictures of him doing cute things. And yeah, he's got over 1,000 followers. He sleeps most of the time, but he'll get what's called his zoomies in the afternoon. So I'll let him crawl around the house. So about like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he'll kind of go crazy for about an hour, and he'll crawl around the house, and I'll put him in the kitchen with me if I'm doing dishes, and he'll like climb over my feet, and like he has a love affair with the stove. He tries to like go underneath the stove all the time, and he'll just sit there and crawl and play. People love their pets up here, and last summer we had a lemonade stand, and we had like Hemi out there, and people would stop and pet the tortoise, and they were just giving kids money. They weren't even buying pop. They just came to see the tortoise. Like, give money out.
A couple of very special adoptees are part of the Harriet's family.
We had wanted a dog for a few years, but weren't in a financial position to be able to. So after about 8 months of looking, we ended up meeting Shadow at the SPCA, and we fell in love. His ears caught my attention. We adopted Shadow. Wolfie was there, but adopted by somebody else shortly afterwards. 5 months after we had Shadow, Wolfie was returned to the shelter. We went up for a play date. They had so much fun reuniting, and we just couldn't say no. So Wolfie came home with us that day too. Even though their brother, Shadow, is the protector, take them to the park every day for a run. That's in the morning. In the evening, we go for a walk. They love visiting the shelter and seeing the staff there. They get more excited seeing the staff than when I come home. We also go to training at the 3 Dogs training. Shadow's been going since August and Wolfie since late September.
Well, I've been here going on 7 years. For me personally, actually, I like the weather, the lack of humidity. We're from Ottawa originally, so it's super humid in Ottawa. I like the community as a whole. I mean, the people appear to be quite friendly. We got ourselves involved in some fundraisers pretty early on once we got up here for the SPCA and a couple other things. But
we're used to small town.
Yeah, we're used to small town type thing. And this is sort of a mix between small town, bigger community type thing. So yeah, it's a good fit for us, and I like the area that we're in here. It's very quiet.
Yeah, this is city living for me. I always grew up out in the country. Yeah, it's still got that small town feel and that, which I like, yeah.
Our feather friends also become family members. Jay Cormier understands this full well.
This is Apollo. He is a 2-year-old pineapple conure. I got him last July. So I was camping with my ex, and then we stopped at a pet store in Edmonton, and he was lethargic when we first met him, and then I decided to meet him again when we came back through Edmonton. He was good to go, and I decided to buy him. He's very cuddly and hand-tamed, so he's always like cuddled into me, and it's nice. I let him play with the bell, and then we'll just play fetch sort of. So he'll throw it off the table, and then I have to bring it back up, and he'll just continue doing it. Everyone I've met here is quite friendly and always willing to help out and introduce you to new people or introduce you to new things in the community, which is quite nice.
Some of our family members are a little larger, like Champ, Domino, and Shrimmer. Hope I'm saying that right.
So this is Champ. He's 18. We're from Wandering River, Alberta. I moved up here for work when I was 17. And I just got him up here, and he's literally my freedom when I'm here.
So this is Domino. He's a rescue. He came from down south. Got him originally for the horses, but he's turned out to be a really good parent horse as well. Takes care of you when he's not trying to eat you.
This is Shimmer. We bought her last year for my daughters to be able to ride. With everything going on, it was a great opportunity and something for them to do.
So you've got your horses. They're your peace of mind. They're your love, your joy. They're your freedom.
I love Fort McMurray because it's a tight-knit community. Everybody's always having each other's backs. There's a lot of opportunity here. Plus, we've got these 2 beautiful spots here in Fort McMurray. If you don't own land, you can have horses. And nobody says anything to you about riding your horses in town.
It's been my home for 20 years. It's treated me great. It's treated great for my family. I got a great job with the city, and I'm here for the long haul.
The opportunity for us as parents and for our kids, always something for them to do. I live out in Anzac, so we have a bit more freedom when it comes to the horses and stuff and quadding, and just a good all-around town to live in.
For some of us, our family members are also partners in our leisure activities, like these 2 amazing pets.
This is Guera, and I brought her back from Mexico in January of 2020. When I was 16, I lived there for a year with a family. The mother that I was living with, she was dying of cancer. And so I went to try and get there in time, and I didn't. So she died, and this was her dog. So she was very depressed, and she was just running back and forth in the apartment, constantly trying to find her. I didn't think she was going to live, actually. She had stopped eating. We were discussing who was going to take the dog. One of the family members, they said to me, well, why don't you take her? And I think they said it as a joke, but I was like, well, I can see if I can. I have to, because I had to get a flight, right, with the dog. So I called up, I think, WestJet, and was able to book her on the flight. So then I brought her home. We got Maple for the kids because they're all very anxious. We thought she might help with, just helping them feel better. The little dogs all want me, so we needed a dog that didn't always want me. She definitely helps them, and she seems to be very intuitive. Like if they're upset, she'll just jump right up on them and lick their face. And
this is Ernie and this is Bert, and I got them on my 14th birthday, and they're my little babies. Well, they're naked. They're very nice. They give kisses. They're called skinny pigs.
In Ontario, we were on welfare. I worked summer school. I'm a teacher, so I taught summer school. I taught 1 day in the school year, and then I taught summer school again. I could not get supply work. There were too many teachers and not enough jobs. and he only got work here and there. And so then he applied to Keano, and we came here. When he did his co-op, they hired him on, and we bought this house 1 year and 1 day after arriving here from being on welfare. And it's been better and better ever since. It's a great city, and you know, it's friendly. Everybody's very welcoming and warm, and it's great for kids too. Yeah, it's an awesome city.
We even have families who've traveled a very long way to call Fort McMurray home, like these two.
Hi, my name is Sharon George. Came in November of 2008. They've just been a huge asset to our family, to our lives, and they're great little dogs. They're tiny. Together they don't make a 10-pound dog. We love them. They're friendly. This one's got such a great personality. She loves people. Harley's a little bit more timid, not as social, but both great dogs.
My name is Terry Thibault in Fort McMurray since the fall of 2008. After the fire in 2016, these two little ones, their mother and father, got thrown in the same kennel during the fire evacuation. So here we are, 5 years later. They're sisters who look nothing alike, and their personalities are totally different from each other, but they're wonderful to have in our family. They love going on the back of my motorcycle with me. They get a lot of attention, and people at traffic lights will take their pictures and so on. So some people may have seen these two before.
As soon as he says motorcycle or he says car, they both perk right up. Can't wait to get their harnesses on and go in both.
What I like about Fort McMurray, it's kind of a close-knit town. Like most everybody you see is from back east. Not everybody, but a lot of people are. You run into people all the time from Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick who all share the same common interest for being here. And I think it's a great community.
What do I love about Fort McMurray? My daughter and my son-in-law are here, and I now have 3 grandkids, all boys.
Pets like Ada and Grunt are living their best life in Fort McMurray with their parents.
Ada is a Cane Corso cross. My boyfriend got her outside of Edmonton, I believe. She'll be 7 in February. And Grunt will be 7 on December 1st. And she is very smart. She knows lots of cute tricks. Ada, who's your best friend? Good girl, who's your best friend? If they're playing outside and it's cold and I want them to come in, if one of them comes in, I just very loudly go, oh my God, who's the best dog ever? Oh, you're so sweet. And then the other one comes running in. They're perfect. They keep me company. They're my best friends and they make me laugh. I've been here for 18 years. I moved away for school for 1 year and then ended up coming back because I missed my family and all my friends.
As pet owners, we know our family pets need stuff. Whether it's cat food, dog food, fish food, or any other supplies, my good friend Michael, who owns Little Pet Company, can supply you with everything. We went to check out his store.
My name is Michael. I am the owner of the Little Pet Company. We were established in 2015. Just last year, we expanded into all sections of animals. One thing that's new, of course, since last year is we've expanded into dog and cat. Currently have brands like Oven Baked, Canadian Naturals, the big ones, Acana and Origin, carry cat foods such as From, Now, and Go. These are all on frequent buyer programs. So you buy, let's say for example, 10, you get your 11th free, or 12 and 13th free. We of course carry raw dog food as well. We carry the Bold Nature. We also have the primal cat and dog food. We carry small animals, we carry reptiles, and so what that can mean is anything from parrots to budgies, from bearded dragons to Euromastics. We carry it all, and it's always changing. There's always something new in store to see. We have guinea pigs galore, and of course rabbits and hamsters. We have a lot of customers that just love to spoil their animals. It amazes me every day to see the amount of people that put so much love and care into their animals. They're not afraid to spoil them. They're not afraid to go above and beyond what's necessary for their basic care. And so that's what I love to see, is when people come in and they're looking for the extras, the extra things that they can spoil their animals with, show their animals that they love them, and of course provide better care for them. We have a large variety of toys, from small stuffies to, well, large stuffies. Toys for the heavy chewers, of course, and one of those being Tonka seems to be one of the best ones that we've come across for a heavy chewer. You can fill them with peanut butter or the Kong Easy Treat. There's lots of solutions for your heavy chewers. We are standing in our fish section right now. I am an aquarium hobbyist at heart. That is definitely where I found my way into the pet industry. We wanted to provide people with a large large selection of fish, not just your betas and your guppies and things like that, but we wanted to get into some of the more unique fish. We carry all freshwater species and a large variety of saltwater species. Any questions you may have, any concerns, of course this is a very complicated hobby, we can definitely help you out and guide you along the way. I'm standing in front of Turbo here. Turbo actually came to us from Emily Medeiros, who was the owner of Reptile Rodeo. Turbo, when he was surrendered, he was about 11 years old, so he's about 12 years old now, and he's definitely got a long, long life ahead of him. So he's kind of become a bit of our mascot here at the store. Kids love to come and see him. They sometimes get the opportunity to pet him and feel just what his shell feels like. So he's definitely a great interactive pet that we've definitely fell in love with. The thing that makes Fort McMurray special, it's been my home for the majority of my life. Since I've been here, we've been through a lot of ups and downs. It's definitely been a whirlwind. During each event, the community rallied each time and they stood behind us. They really helped us get through these hard times. It's just that support that we feel from the community that made this a perfect place to start a business like this. That's definitely where a lot of my motivation comes from, is just knowing that we have the community behind us.
Once again, thank you for watching Fort McMurray 1000, and we want you to share this video. Every single video has a prize, and this prize is 1 year's supply of dog or cat food from the Little Pet Company. All you have to do is share this video and tag as many friends as you possibly can in the comments below, and you are automatically entered to win. We'd like to thank our sponsor for this episode, Chris Wilson. Chris Wilson is an amazing guy and a dear friend, and his contributions to Fort McMurray are legendary. Thank you, Chris, for sponsoring the Fort McMurray 1000 Episode 3 on pets and families in Fort McMurray.